Hello my dear students, I warmly welcome you to CR's digital classes. In this video, we are going to see the introduction of our topic ratios. So let us start. So basically what are ratios? Ratios is nothing but comparison between two or more similar quantities. So if we are comparing two or more similar quantities, then it is called as ratio. So the ratio between x and y can be represented as x ratio y. So the ratio is represented as like this, where x is called as an antecedent, where the x is or the first coefficient is called as an antecedent and the second one is called as an consequent. So y is called consequent. In the same way, x ratio y can be written as x upon y. So if I have x ratio y, I can write it as x upon y. So this is the introduction of ratio. So let us see one simple question on this ratio. So if I want to find what is the ratio of 12 and 8, we have to find the ratio of 12 and 8. So what I have to do now, I have to cancel, or I have to see which number cancels both of these numbers, or I can say which number is common in both of these numbers. So I can write 12 as 4 into 3. In the same way, I can write 8 as 4 into 2. So 12 is written as 4 into 3. 8 is written as 4 into 2. Now here I can see that both of these numbers have a similar value or same value, which is 4. What I have to do now? I have to cancel it. So our ratio is what? 3:2. Whenever we are finding the ratio of any two or more than two numbers, what we have to do is we have to cancel the common number. So after cancelling the common number, we are left with the ratio. So this is called the ratios solving. Okay. Now, if in our question the ratio of A ratio B is given as this, if ratio of A ratio B is 4:5, ratio is 4:5, then exact value or actual values of A and B will be, so actual value of A and actual value of B will be 4 multiplied by x, 5 multiplied by x. So because in ratios, for finding ratios, what we are doing, we are simply cancelling the common term or common number. So in order to achieve the number from the ratio, what we have to do is we have to multiply that common number or common term. So here the common number is x. So ratio is 4:5, but actual numbers are 4x and 5x. So we have to remember this. Now coming to one simple question. So we have to divide 1100 in 7:4. So here A ratio B is given as 7:4. A ratio B is what? 7:4. From this I can say that A is equals to A ratio B is 7:4. Ratio was 7:4. But actual values of A is 7x and actual value of B is 4x. In our question, it is said that A plus B is equals to 1100. We know that A plus B is equals to 1100. Here the value of A is 7x and the value of B is 4x. 1100. So 7 plus 4 is 11. 11x is equals to 1100. Then the value of x is 100. So we have find out the value of x, which is 100. From this I can find the value of A and the value of B. So the value of A will be 700 and the value of B will be 400, because 7 multiplied by 100 and 4 multiplied by 100. So this is the first question. Now coming to the next question. So here in this question, an employer gives a total salary of 1 lakh. An employer is giving how much salary? 1 lakh rupees to A, B and C in the ratio 2:5:3. So here A ratio, B ratio, C is given as 2:5:3. From this I can write A is equals to 2x, actual value of A, and B is equals to 5x, actual value of A, and C is equals to 3x. So A, B and C values are like this. Now here in our question it is given that A plus B plus C is 1 lakh. So A plus B plus C is 1 lakh rupees. So A is 2x, then B is 5x and C is 3x, which is equals to 1 lakh rupees. 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10. So 10x is equals to 1 lakh. Then x value is equals to how much? X value is 10,000. So the value of x is 10,000. Now here what is he asking? He is asking how much did C get as salary. So the salary of C, we know that C is equals to 3x and the value of x is 10,000. So 3 into 10,000 is 30,000. So the salary of C is what? 30,000 rupees. Now coming to the next question. Two numbers are in the ratio 2:3. So two numbers, let us assume it as A ratio B. Then A ratio B is given as 2:3. From this I can write A as 2x and B as 3x. Two numbers are in the ratio 2:3. If 15 is added to the numerator, so here the numerator is the A, the denominator is the B. So if 15 is added to both the numerator and denominator, then the ratio becomes 3:4. So here the numerator is A and the denominator is B. In this question, what is he saying? He is saying that the number 15 is added to both the numerator and denominator. So A plus 15 and B plus 15. So numerator is added by 15 and denominator is also added by 15. So this gives me a ratio of what? This results to a ratio of 3:4. So 3:4 can be written as 3/4. So this is equals to 3/4. We know the values of A and B. So here A is 2x and B is what? 3x. So 3x plus 15 is equals to 3/4. Now after cross multiplying like this, we are left with 4 into 2x plus 15 is equals to 3 into 3x plus 15. Now after solving this, I am getting the values of 8x plus 60 is equals to 9x plus 15 is 45. From this, after solving, I am getting the x value as 15. So the value of x is what here? 15. So the value of x is 15. Now what we have to find? We have to find which number is the biggest out of these two numbers. Out of these two numbers, which one is the biggest? I can say that the 2x and 3x are our numbers and the number 3x is the biggest because they are both somewhere similar, because 2 into x, 3 into x. So our bigger number is 3x, which is B. B is equals to 3x, that is equals to 3 into x value is 15. 15 3 is a 45. So our biggest number or the bigger number is 45. If he is asking the smaller number, then it will be A is equals to 2x, which is 2 into 15. Then the smaller number is 30. So the first number is 30 and the second number is 45. Now coming to next concept, which is combined ratio. In our ratio topic, we will be getting some questions from the combined ratio. So let us learn how to combine two ratios together. So here two ratios are given. The first ratio is P ratio Q. If P ratio Q is 3:4 and Q ratio R is 7:3, then what we have to do? We have to find the P ratio Q ratio R. So there are multiple methods in solving this combined ratio question. So let us see some methods. So first of all, what I have to do is I have to write P ratio Q. So P ratio Q I have written. Then what I have to do is I have to write whichever common letter I am getting. So in both of these ratios, the letter Q is common. Now P ratio Q, then the below Q I have to write Q itself. Then Q ratio R is equals to the P ratio Q. The value of P ratio Q is 3:4. Here I have given one gap. Here also I should give one gap, which is Q ratio R is 7:3. 7:3. Here I have written like this. Now what I have to do is, in our first method or basic method, I have to equal both of the Q values. Now In the first one, the value of q is 4. In the second one, the value of q is 7. What I have to do now, I have to make both of them equal. So in order to make them equal, what I have to do is I have to multiply the upper values or the first ratio with 7 and the second ratio with 4, because 4 into 7 is 28, 7 into 4 is 28. Then our q values become equal. So after multiplying this, I am getting the values of p ratio, q ratio. 7 3s are 21, 4 7s are 28. Then here also the value of q is same. In the first ratio and in the second ratio, both the values of q are same. And at last, the value of r is 4 3s are 12. This is the first method of solving the combined ratio. Okay. Now coming to the second method, which is a reverse n method. What is this? It is a reverse n method. So you have to remember this particular diagram and follow this. Okay. Like so, we have to write it we have to write it as before itself. P ratio q, then q ratio r. So p ratio q is 3 ratio 4 and q ratio r is 7 ratio 3. Now what I have to do is I have to follow the reverse n diagram. So first of all, like this, then this, then this. So first of all, what I have to do, I have to go from this to this. So p ratio q ratio r is equals to 3 multiplied by 7. 3 into 7 ratio. Then below to up. 7 into 4. Then from top to bottom. 4 into. So I am getting the p ratio, q ratio, r values. 7 3s 21, 4 7s 28, 4 3s 12. So the p ratio, q ratio, r values are 21, 28, 12. After solving this, what I have to do is I have to check whether they are getting cancelled with any common number. If they are getting cancelled with any common number, I have to cancel. If they are not getting cancelled, I have to leave them as it is. Now coming to the last method of finding the combined ratio, or I say it is an effective method of solving this combined ratio, which is we have to write it same itself. P ratio q, q ratio r. P ratio q is 3 ratio 4 and q ratio r is 7 ratio 3. Now what I have to do, I have to find the value of p ratio, q ratio, r. P, q, r. I have to find the ratio of 3 values. But in our first ratio, we have only 2 values. The third value is missing. Here the third value is missing. So I am writing a blank here. Now in the second ratio, the first value is missing. So I am writing a blank now. So in this blank, what I have to fill? Whichever number is beside the blank, I have to fill that particular number. So beside this blank, I have the number 4. So I am writing the value 4. Next, beside this blank, I have the number 7. I have to write the number 7. After filling up all these blanks, what I have to do? I have to simply multiply them from top to bottom. So P ratio Q is 3 into 7 because 3 multiplied by 7. Then Q is 4 into 7. Then R is 4 into 3. So 7 3s are 21, 4 7s are 28 and 4 3s are 12. So our P ratio Q ratio R is 21 ratio 28 ratio 12. So this is an effective method. So I suggest everyone to follow this particular method. Okay. Now coming to the next question. Here in this question, we have to find the combined ratio of, we have to find the ratio of D ratio A. So remember, we have to find the ratio of D ratio A, not A ratio D. Okay. In our the first ratio is given as 2 ratio 3. Then B ratio C is 5 ratio 7. C ratio D is 3 ratio 10. What I have to do? I have to write it likewise A ratio B, then B ratio C, then C ratio D. Now A ratio B is what? 2 ratio 3. I have given one gap. Then B ratio C is 5 ratio 7. Then C ratio D is 3 ratio 10. I am getting the values of A ratio, B ratio, C ratio, D. Now here we have to find the ratios of 4 values. but in our first ratio we are left with only two values. The two values are not given, so I am writing two blanks here. In the second ratio, the right side blank and the left side blank are missing, and in the third ratio, the left side two blanks are missing or two values are missing. Now what I have to do is I have to simply fill the blanks with the values beside them. So beside this blank I have value 3, and beside this blank I have value 3, and beside this blank I have value 5. Okay, this one is 7, this one is 3 and 3, because this 3, this 3. So I have completed filling this blank. Now what I have to do, I have to simply multiply them from top to bottom. So after multiplying this, I am getting the values of A ratio, B ratio, C ratio, D. So let us see. 2 into 5 into 3 ratio, 3 into 5 into 3 ratio, 3 into 7 into 3 ratio, 3 into 7 into 10. So this is the ratio of A ratio, B ratio, C ratio, D. So what we have to find now? We have to find the ratio of D ratio A. So first of all, I have to write the values of D. So the D values are this. So D ratio, D is 3 into 7 into 10 ratio. The value of A is 2, 5, 3. So 2 into 5 into 3. Now after writing this, what I have to do? I have to check whether any numbers are common. If they are common, I have to cancel them. So here 3, here also 3. Then 5 2s are 10, 5 2s are 10. So I'm left with the ratio of 7 ratio 1. So our answer is 7 ratio 1. Okay. So our ratio introduction topic has been completed. If you want to practice more questions from this topic, you can go into this particular section, ratios and proportion, and practice these questions. Thank you very much for watching this video.